A long time ago, when Pops left school, he got a job looking after the animals in a zoo. All kinds of animals. Sea lions that barked, lazy zebras that would never take off their PJs, ostriches that looked like upside-down broomsticks, vultures that always looked at Pops as if he was their lunch, and many, many more. This story, though, is about a baby elephant. Pops's job was to feed him 5 times a day with warm milk and rice, which Pops put in a milk bottle and then pushed into his mouth. They became good friends. As soon as Pops came into his stable, he would run up to Pops and reach out his little trunk like an arm and shake Pops's hand. But Pops had to be careful because, although he was small, he could still very easily push Pops over. Pops's boss said he must feed him bananas as well as milk and rice, and he must peel them before he gave them to him. But Pops discovered that if he put a banana on the floor, Gordon— It was 1966, England had just won the World Cup, and Gordon Banks, England's goalkeeper, was Pops's hero, so Pops decided to call baby elephant Gordon. Gordon learnt that if he squashed the end of the banana just right, then the banana would shoot out of its skin. Well, sometimes it did. This became one of Pops's and Gordon's secrets. It had to be a secret because for every banana that he shot out, there would be lots that became a squashy mess on the floor, and Pops's boss wouldn't like that very much. But their best secret of all was he learnt that if he pulled Gordon's tail, he would always walk forward. And one day this little secret became very important. Pops's boss was being paid by a comedian to take an elephant down to London Airport so she could be filmed pulling an elephant through a passport control, just like you pull a suitcase. I know, stupid, huh? The big truck pulled up Saturday morning to take Gordon and Pops down to London, but Gordon would not get into his box on the truck. Pops's boss, the driver, the driver's mate were all pushing Gordon as hard as they could, but he would not budge. The boss didn't ask Pops to help because bosses, well, they always know best. But if they couldn't get Gordon in soon, they were going to be too late, so Pops's boss grudgingly asked if he could help. Sure, he said. Pops went up to Gordon, pretended to whisper something to him, at the same time giving a little pull on his tail, and like magic he went straight into the box. All the men were amazed. How did he do that? Pops just smiled. They got down to London Airport where the famous comedian was waiting with the cameras and a film crew. Oh, David, we'll take it from here, the boss said, but of course Gordon wouldn't move. Can I help? Pops asked. No, you're too scruffy for the television, said the boss. He'll be fine, said the comedian. Although he looks scruffy, seems the elephant likes him. It'll make good TV. So, pretending to whisper in Gordon's ear, and at the same time, without anybody noticing, he pulled Gordon's tail. Off he went, and Scruffy Pops went through London Airport on the telly. What a remarkable young man, they said. A boy who can talk to elephants, because nobody knew their secret, just Gordon and Pops. Now, as you know, Jesus made not only elephants, but ostriches, vultures, and all the animals, and the reason he made so many is because he wanted to show us things about himself through them. One of the things Pops was learning was that if he spent time with Jesus, like he spent time with Gordon, he would start showing him things about heaven and earth, about God and man, and best of all about himself. When Pops began to spend time alone with Jesus, sometimes Pops thought his heart would burst with his loveliness. So, next time you need to take an elephant for a walk, remember Pops's secret. And if you want to know Jesus better and better, just spend more and more time with him.